Amy Schumer places first on literally every single list titled Worst or Most Hated Comedians of All Time. Why? Well, the countless different reasons for it become most interesting when you realize that toward the beginning of her career, she was actually liked and respected amongst the general population. For example, she was listed in Time's top 100 most influential people of 2015, whilst her comedy specials such as this one, and this one received mostly positive reviews, one of which confidently stating that Amy Schumer leaves her audience in stitches. However, while this review was mostly positive, if we go back a couple of sentences, it also points out the first reason as to why Amy Schumer would eventually become so hated. It's easy to label Amy Schumer a one-trick pony. As the title of her special suggests, she talks about sex and she doesn't talk about much else. Her idea of comedy is making jokes about how terrible her vagina smells and or how many guys she's blown. That's not comedy. This was a comment on a thread
It's kind of some Zory.
discussing why her style was so controversial, the thread including another supporting comment which stated, "You can call her a one-trick pony or two-trick, which are 1. Here is my vagina, want a detailed description, you will have it anyway. 2. Men are pathetic, and I like to assault/manipulate/emasculate them in every way." With these two comments in mind, it becomes obvious that not only does Amy Schumer have little diversity in terms of what topics she jokes about, but her narrow style of joking about her own female anatomy in an unflattering way, whilst constantly joking about men in a derogatory way, is simply going to make her unappealing to a male audience, as well as specific females such as this one who had commented, "You can only have so much self-deprecating humor before..."
Alright guys, I think it's time that I do stand-up comedy. I think I have it in me. I just have to make a script beforehand. I think it's possible. Right? I go on a damn thing, they hire me. I'm gonna request 500 sub per show.
Amy Schumer would announce that she was pregnant by posting a list of the people she had voted for, adding at the bottom, "I'm pregnant Amy Schumer," using her pregnancy to drive traffic to the candidates which she considered to be favorable. Whenever Amy spoke politically, she always took a liberal viewpoint and was very anti-Republican, even having interviewed Hillary Clinton, yet her audience would come to discover that back in 2007, Amy Schumer actually got her first big break as a guest on Fox News, which was a pro-Republican news station, angering both.
Holy shit, like, I know he's not saying big words, but like, I'm lost. Damn. Dude, this is how it felt like when I was doing like a reading class in high school. Like I just didn't know where I was, you know?
In late 2015, an article was published by Page 6 titled, "Amy Schumer thinks she's too famous to check in at the gym," which read, "Amy Schumer was not happy this week when staffers at the Upper West Side Equinox asked her to present her membership card, which is standard practice at the upscale fitness club. She felt entitled to just walk in," a source explained to Page 6. "She didn't want to show her key fob and wanted to be able to go in and not be questioned." We're told the annoyed trainwreck star declared, "I'm famous," when employees didn't recognize her and insisted she go through the typical check-in procedure.
Damn, like, sit your saggy, humble titties ass down. You know what I'm saying, chat? Like, what's wrong with her? Stupid motherfucker thinks you can just walk in and not show your damn tag. Swipe that shit and go work on your damn ass. Your flat ass. Humble motherfucker.
While Equinox believes Schumer eventually enjoyed her workout on Monday afternoon, our source said she was so unhappy she stormed off. A different article sporting similar energy was titled, "Amy Schumer can't be bothered to take photos with fans," which stated, "Amy Schumer wants to make it clear she does not owe you a selfie." The article went on to describe an exchange that Amy Schumer had whilst in town for a comedy show. "This guy in front of his family just ran up next to me and scared the shit out of me. Put a camera in my face. I asked him to stop and he said, 'No, it's America and we paid for you.' This was in front of his daughter. I was saying stop and no. Great message to your kid. Yes, legally you're allowed to take a picture of me, but I was asking you to stop and say no. I will not take pictures with people anymore, and it's because of this dude in Greenville." Yet, after the other person involved was then interviewed by a local news station, a whole different side to the story was revealed.
But he tells us that's not exactly how it went according to him.
I see her face and I'm like, all right, cool. So I hurry up and get on my Instagram.
Well, I think we did 23 months.
I'm like, here goes Amy, and then she just loses it, and she just gets mad, and that is totally false, what she wrote about me.
So if Amy Schumer was too famous to check into her local gym or take photos with fans, she must have thought pretty highly of herself. If that's truly the case, then surely she'd be happy with an $11 million offer from Netflix for one of her comedy specials a year later in 2017, right?
$11 million?
Right? Well, no, not really. Amy Schumer claimed that the $11 million offer wasn't enough money for 60 minutes of comedy footage.
What? Wait, let me chat. Time out.
For 60 minutes of comedy footage, citing it as unfair due to Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle receiving $20 million for their specials. Now, this argument would be perfectly fine assuming all three comedy specials.
Chat, if you guys got offered $11 million and you guys weren't afraid to do stand-up comedy, I would hella do that shit. Damn, bro, like... I have it in me. I have it in me, goddammit.
were of similar quality, only
And the thing is, like, why are you comparing yourself to Dale Champagne and The Rock? You know? Like, those guys are fucking machines. You can't compare yourself to them. You're not like them. You know what I'm saying, chat? Like, this motherfucker is being stupid, talk about this one and that one. Like, don't do that.
certainly weren't. Amy's comedy special, the one that she was paid $11 million for, was so bad that IMDb users gave it a rating of 3.1 out of 10, whilst Netflix had to change their rating system entirely, which hit its 1.35 out of 5-star performance on their platform. The changes to the industry she's made is incredible, like how Netflix had to remove their rating system because her special was so terrible.
The goods and the bads of this comedy special. We'll go ahead and start about what's good with it. That ends that segment.
That boy Charlie! No, he said that segment has ended. Yeah, there was nothing good about that shit. Now let's go over for the bad segment.
Dave Chappelle's Netflix special, on the other hand, received a rating of 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb, whilst Chris Rock's received a less impressive but still superior rating of 6.6 out of 10. Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock were ranked as number 9 and number 5 on Rolling Stone's top 50 comedians of all time, whilst the only list Amy Schumer seems to top is IMDb's top 10 worst comedians of all time. When Dave Chappelle went on Comedy Central all the way back in 2004, he'd receive a viewership of 3.1 million people, yet when Amy Schumer went on Comedy Central at the height of her popularity in 2016, her viewership was less than 500,000. I'm truly cackling at the audacity of Amy Schumer thinking she deserved the same pay as Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. Like, girl, what?
That's what I'm saying, Rebecca Theodore Vacon. Like, you know what I'm saying, chat? My girl Rebecca Theodore Vacon got it on, bro. Respect.
One joke which Amy Schumer definitely hadn't stolen was a joke made in front of Steve-O back in 2014 relating to the death of his friend Ryan Dunn.
And Steve-O is here. Steve-O, great try. Steve-O! But I truly am, no joke, sorry for the loss of your friend Ryan Dunn. I know you must have been thinking it could have been me, and I know we were all thinking, why wasn't it?
Oh, shit.
Thank you.
Steve-O is always laughing.
Oh, shit. Oh my god. Now that's kind of fucked up. That's not even like good humor. Like, I don't laugh at shit like that. I don't even find it semi-funny. That's just fucked up.
When he's not, it's for real. Imagine being such a buzzkill that you kill Steve-O's vibe. Amy Schumer doesn't understand the concept of dark humor. She's got the dark, now she just needs to find the humor.
That's facts, my boy. That's facts. She got the dark, but she ain't find the humor. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker.
What made this even worse was that her audience would eventually...
You know what's crazy? The comments on her fucking post is more funnier than her. Like, the people that are commenting. You know what I'm saying? Like...
use this little zinger as an example that Amy Schumer was able to dish out harsh jokes, but was unable to take them herself. What we're referring to is a tweet made in early 2016.
Oh, who's this janitor? This guy plays RuneScape. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker just got 99 mining last night. It's okay, brother. You know, show her your skill cape. You know what I'm saying?
Caption reading, spent the night with Amy Schumer. Certainly not the first guy to write that, referring to Amy often talking about the different guys she's been with during her shows. So if Amy thought it was appropriate to joke about Steve-O's recently deceased friend, surely she shouldn't have a problem with someone making a little comment about the amount of guys she's been with, especially considering it's basically all she talks about within her shows. Well, Amy didn't take it all that lightly, replying to the 17-year-old fan by stating, "I get it, cause I'm a whore. Glad I took a photo with you, hi to your dad." Others on Twitter would respond to what you might call Amy's inconsistent joke morals by stating, "That's the same type of joke Amy Schumer uses to keep her fame. Suddenly that humor is off limits now, huh? LOL." Others would support Amy Schumer in tweets stating, "Thank you at Amy Schumer for holding him accountable and not just blowing it off." Yet the discourse and contrast between these two different viewpoints really conclude how Amy Schumer became so hated. She used controversy and difference of opinion to grow her career whilst angering the entire world in the process.